Bond court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.
It's rare that you see them. Is it located somewhere else too?
No, it's good morning. I think we're ready to start.
If you mail it, you're not going to get it in time, so you have to e-file. And I think it's the default
Interpreter.
is us.
How much see?
We're doing Kilman Vasquez.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Hello? Are you there?
Morning.
I heard a good morning. Am I muted? No? Or can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me? That seems like a no. Well, I have two of them here. I don't know why. I'm going to end call and try again. Get two of them. Good morning. Is there anyone there? Is there an interpreter there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. This is the Creole interpreter.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear me?
Can anyone hear me?
I've not touched anything different. I don't understand. Can you hear me now?
Good morning.
Can you hear me? Yes, no? Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know. All right. Yeah, I'm having two interpreter things come up. Yeah, but neither of them can hear me. It's kind of a problem. All right. Do we have anyone that we don't need an interpreter for? Perhaps. We're really smooth here today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are they going to let you know when I should call them back or no? Okay. In the meantime, can I do anything? Diaz fine. You speak English? Okay. Good morning, sir. How are you? Good. Has everybody been sworn back there? Okay. You want to stay here? All right. In the gallery, if everyone could raise their right hand to be sworn. Can they hear me? Good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand to be sworn, please? Best you can.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes.
Okay, we are here on, sir, could you tell me your name?
Anthony Diaz, fine.
Okay, so we are here on this case, and ma'am, could you tell me your name?
I'm Kersley Diaz.
All right. And we are here for an initial appearance on a charge of battery, domestic violence. I have reviewed this. I do find that there is probable cause. And now to talk about bond. Well, sir, are you seeking the services of the public defender? Or are you going to hire your own attorney?
I was gonna get a public defender.
Okay. Do they already fill it out, or it's just? Okay, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. And if anyone would like to talk to Ms. Diaz,
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
do you have any questions for the named victim in the case?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Kersley.
Usually the
State?
state.
Good morning, Ms. Diaz. How do you know the defendant?
He's my former partner.
Okay. Do you live together?
Yeah.
Should he be released, do you want to continue living together?
Yes.
Has something like this happened before?
Yes.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in?
No.
Okay. Are you afraid of him?
No.
And while this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release in this case, given the victim's testimony here today and the lack of criminal history.
Okay. Then at this time, I will release him on pretrial release with special conditions, that they have no hostile contact, that you possess no weapons, sir, that you do not use alcohol to excess. Yeah, no drugs or alcohol. Okay, possess or consume no alcohol or illegal drugs without a valid prescription. State, are you asking for any other conditions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Then that is there anything else I should be doing? Okay, and that's all. Thank you, sir. All right. Which one's the Creole? Jules. Okay. I just get one and not two. Nope, I have two. All right, good morning. Is the Creole interpreter on the line?
Sorry, Your Honor, the interpreter picked out, didn't know that it, sorry about that, Your Honor. The interpreter will disconnect.
Oh my gosh.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Okay, good morning. So we have Rudolph Jules here. Okay, and this is for an initial appearance. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Jules.
And do you speak English, sir? A little, okay.
Okay, here's the interpreter.
Okay, great. All right, sir, you're here for an initial appearance on a charge of battery, domestic violence. And apparently you are currently on pretrial detention for a petty theft. I'm sorry, is it PTD or pretrial diversion?
I believe it's pretrial diversion.
Diversion.
Version, Your Honor.
Diversion for a petty theft. Okay. And we have the named victim here. Sir, are you seeking to have the public defender appointed to represent you? Yes? Okay. I'm appointing the public defender to represent
Yes.
you at this time. And as far as addressing bond on your battery case, State, do you have any questions for the victim here?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, yeah. Yes, please.
Good
Sorry.
morning.
I'll get a groove.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not here yet.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Answer aloud, please.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can you say your first and last name for the record? Spell your last name.
It's Darnett Jones. It is Jones.
And how do you know the defendant?
That's my husband.
Do you live together?
Yes,
Has something like this happened before?
yes,
Were drugs or alcohol involved in the incident?
no,
Would you like to have contact with him while this case is pending?
no,
Are you afraid of him?
yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, sir. Ma'am, do you have any questions for her?
No questions, Your Honor.
No questions, okay. And could you tell me what you're seeking, Madam Public
Your
Defender?
Honor, I would ask for a $500 bond. In this case, does not appear that he has any other battery convictions on his record. It looks like the only other crime he has is the petty theft that he's currently in pretrial diversion for.
Probably not for long, but at this time, I'm going to set a bond of $1,000 with special conditions of no contact at all with the victim, that you all reside separately, that you have possessed no weapons. Are you seeking anything else, State?
Your Honor, DCF was notified regarding this incident. I asked defendant be made to abide by any DCF plans in place.
And for you to abide by any DCF plan that is in place?
Your Honor, can we have a one-time return with law enforcement to gather any belongings?
Yes, one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. And I'll leave it up to the other judge whether they're going to revoke his bond on the other matter. No action on the petty theft.
Is it a woman interpreter?
That's our woman.
Oh, you.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you. All
Thank you, Your
right,
Honor. Is that the only one for me?
that's the only one. Do you need the
All right.
case number?
No, thank you. I have everything.
Okay, great, thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Now, should I try Spanish? Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jaime Sotomayor, certified federal interpreter, already sworn. 1 second while I connect to the headset.
Okay.
T.
The interpreter is connected, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Lisman Vasquez.
Isman Vasquez.
Okay, Mr. Vasquez, you are here for initial appearance on a charge of battery, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to $1,000 fine. Do we have anybody, victim here today? No? All right.
No.
And sir, are you seeking to have the public defender appointed to represent you?
Sí, por favor.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release in this case.
State any objection?
No objection from the state.
All right, sir, at this time, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with the special conditions of no hostile contact with,
Your Honor,
excuse me,
I apologize. As the victim isn't here, it should be no contact.
no contact at all. All right. Thank you. No contact with the named victim. You know her name, state.
I do not, Your Honor.
I'm looking for it here.
One moment.
Your Honor, I would ask for a one-time return with law enforcement to gather any belongings.
Don't have that information.
Your Honor, it's a Hortensia Chavez Maldonado.
Thank you. All right, no contact with Ms. Maldonado, and I will allow a one-time return to the residence to obtain your property, possess no weapons. Anything else, state?
No, Your Honor.
Reside separately. It's no contact. They can't reside together. Okay, all right, thank you.
Your Honor, the interpreter needs the case number.
Okay. Where is it on this? 2022 MM1323AO. Kilman.
I'm sorry.
Vasquez.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. Your Honor, I don't have your name.
Evelyn Jewett.
Thank you, Ms.
Okay, I apologize.
That's okay, Your Honor.
Right.
The interpreter is connected to the headset.
All right. Sir, could you tell me your name?
Juan Ramón Duarte Arteaga.
Juan Ramón Duarte Arteaga.
Okay. Mr. Duarte Ortega? See? Okay.
Arteaga.
Arteaga.
Okay. Sir, you are here on a charge of, wait a minute. I have to look at the right one.
Sí.
On possession of fentanyl,
Mhm.
a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years prison, up to 5 years probation, up to a $5,000 fine. Let's see.
Mhm.
So are you going to hire your own attorney, or are you requesting the public defender?
Defensor público.
A public defender, please.
Okay. Okay. Is he currently on probation?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe he has the violation of probation already set at 0.
He's no bond on the VOP?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, on the possession of fentanyl, I will set bond at $1,500. But he's no bond on the VOP. Appointing the public defender. And that's all.
Case number, Your Honor.
Thank you. It is 2022 CF2294AO.
Thank you.
The VOP case number, Your Honor.
Oh, and he has another case? I don't have a case number for the VOP.
It should be 19 CF 12401. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm leaving him no bond on his BOP. Okay.
Not you.
Would that be all for the interpreter, Your Honor?
Yes, is that all the Spanish? Okay,
Are there any victims who need an interpreter, Your Honor?
I've been told no. I promise I'll be more organized tomorrow.
No problem, Your Honor. Just let us know if you need anything else.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. All right. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Barron.
Okay, Mr. Barron. You are here in a charge of false imprisonment, dating violence. I have reviewed this. I do find probable cause. And are you seeking to have the public defender appointed to represent you, sir?
Yes.
Okay, did he fill that out? All right, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. And you do qualify for pretrial release. Hold on. Oh, there's a victim. Okay. All right, and State, do you have any questions for the victim?
Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, State.
Good morning. Can you state your name for the record, spelling your last name
Fable, F-A-B-L-E.
and your first name?
Lanisha.
Ms. Fable, how do you know the defendant?
That's my boyfriend.
Do you live together?
No, we do not live together.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes.
Are you afraid of him?
No.
Has something like this happened before?
No.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
No.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No questions from defendants, Your Honor. And I would ask for pretrial release.
Can I ask a question?
Your Honor, the victim would like to ask a question.
If we not from here and you put him on pretrial, he'll have to go through like a system. He can't just get a bond. How much would that be?
I can barely hear you, ma'am.
She's asking that if he is not from this area and he's put on pretrial release, will he have to report? And if he could just get a bond, and if so, how much would that be?
Because we not from here.
Where's he from?
We from Fort Myers. We was traveling in.
Your Honor, I would ask for pretrial release. He could still do pretrial release. I don't believe he has to continue to come back here for pretrial release, right?
If he's in the state, yes.
If he's in the state, he would have to come back. Okay. Well, we just asked for, in that case, I would just ask for $1,000 bond.
Okay.
But he's not. If I may, Your Honor.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying, but because you're out of state, I don't know if you're going to be able to post the bond, because usually a bondsman isn't going to.
Yeah, I got someone
Not out of
already.
state, Fort
I
Myers.
just don't want it to be too high.
Okay. So I would ask for a $500 bond. 1,000 is too high.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and ma'am, you have no fear of him at all?
No, it was a misunderstanding. We was just at a hotel and then we was arguing. It was a misunderstanding.
I'm setting bond at $1,000. I'm ordering that you have no hostile contact with the named victim in the case, that you possess no weapons.
What she mean? Like,
And you're saying there were no drugs or alcohol involved in this at all?
no.
Okay. All right, the no hostile contact, possess no weapons, $1,000 bond.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Aisha Brown.
Okay, Ms. Brown. You are here on a charge of aggravated child abuse, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, as well as domestic violence battery. Are you seeking to have the public defender appointed to represent you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, we'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Do we have anybody to testify? No? Okay. State, do you have any recommendation?
No, Your Honor, I leave it to the discretion of the court.
Okay, and on the charge of aggravated child abuse, I set bond at $1,500, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, bond at $1,500, domestic violence battery, I set bond at $500. Conditions of the bond are that you have no hostile contact with the victim.
Your Honor, again, as the victim is not here.
No
it
contact
has
at
to be a
all?
no contact.
Thank you.
I would, Your Honor, I would also ask that she complies with any order or plan set in place by DCF.
Possess no weapons, comply with any DCF plan.
You know, they didn't find no reason for me not to be around them. No, that's what my mom told me. She said. Okay, I'm sorry.
Anything else, State?
No, that.
No, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Could you tell me your name, sir?
Ronald Gooden Jr.
Okay, Mr. Gooden, you are here on charges of aggravated battery, domestic violence, as well as false imprisonment, domestic violence, and apparently you were out on bond for a child abuse charge. So as far as the VOP in 2020 CF 123AO, let's set that no bond.
No.
Did she say VOP?
Yes.
Oh, on the out on bond, okay.
I'm revoking the, correct. Can take that before the judge that is handling that VOP. And then as to aggravated battery, I'll set bond at $1,500, false imprisonment, set bond at $1,000. Conditions are that we have no victim here, so no contact, and possess no weapons. Anything else, State?
Either a separate residence or no return to the scene, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm ordering that you can return to the scene once to obtain any of your property, but you need to maintain a separate residence. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
I apologize, Your Honor. DCF was also involved in this incident, so I would ask that defendant comply with any DCF plan.
Okay, comply with any DCF plan. Okay, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Vick, Harrington, Jr.
Okay. Mr. Harrington, You are here on a charge of aggravated battery on a pregnant person, a second-degree felony. And are you seeking the public defender be appointed to represent you, sir? Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Is there anybody here in this case to testify? Any named victim? No. All right. State, do you have any recommendation?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Sir, I'm ordering that you have no contact with the named victim. And for the time being, I'm ordering no bond. You can take it before the judge this is assigned to.
Your Honor, he's entitled to a bond in this case. I would object to not setting a bond. It's not a life offense.
Okay. Ordering no contact, possess no weapons, and I'm setting bond at $20,000. Okay. Given his lack of ties to the community and violent history. Morning, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Harrington and Mejia.
All right, ma'am, you are here on a charge of child abuse as well as a charge of battery domestic violence. Are you seeking the public defender to be appointed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you.
Yes.
Is there anybody here to testify? Okay. And at this time, I'm setting bond in the amount of $2,500 on the child abuse charge and $1,000 on the battery charge. Ordering that you have no contact with the named victim, that you comply with any DCF plan, and that you possess no weapons.
Okay.
Sir, could you tell me your name?
Michael Ruiz.
Okay, Mr. Ruiz. All right. Sir, you are here on a charge of, is this correct? Burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery therein. A first-degree felony punishable by life. Also a charge of domestic violence battery, a first-degree misdemeanor, as well as criminal mischief. A first-degree misdemeanor. Does he have another case? Thought he did. Also have a charge of child abuse. Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Do we have any named victims here to testify? State, any recommendation?
Your Honor, with regard to the burglary of a dwelling with assault or battery therein, case number 22 CF 2311, that is punishable by life. However, based on defendant's lack of history and the facts of the case, state would have no objection if the court wanted to use its discretion and grant bond in that case.
Is DCF involved in this case?
In the child abuse case, yes, Your Honor.
As to the child abuse charge, the court will set bond in the amount of $3,500. Condition that he have no contact with the named victim, that he possess no weapons. Okay. As to the burglary,
Your Honor, with regard to the child abuse case, that wasn't his residence, so I would also ask for a no return
okay,
and comply with the DCF plan.
all right. Then no return to where this occurred, as well as comply with any DCF plan. Okay, as to the burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery therein, I set bond in the amount of $15,000. To the battery domestic violence, I set bond in the amount of $1,000, and the criminal mischief, $100. Okay, with conditions of, again, possess no weapons, no return, and no contact with the named victims. That is all. Good morning. Could you tell me your name?
Noah Ladson.
Okay, and we have somebody here.
Yes.
Okay.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Answer aloud, please.
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, could you tell me your name?
Serge Bobrin.
What is it again?
Serge Bobrin.
All right. Okay, and ma'am, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, State, do you have any questions for this gentleman?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you know the defendant?
Defendant is my wife.
Do you live together?
Yes.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with her?
Yes.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
Has something like this happened before?
No.
Were drugs or alcohol involved in this incident?
No, ma'am.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No questions from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, ma'am, you qualify for PTR, so at this time I'm going to,
Your Honor, we would just ask for a $500 bond in this case.
as opposed to PTR?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then I will set a $500 bond with conditions of no hostile contact, possess no weapons. Anything else, State?
No, Your Honor.
That's all. Two separate cases. Oh, it's the same case in there twice?
Me?
Is that Barbara Laura?
Mental health, Your Honor.
Oh, she's mental health,
Yes, Your Honor.
so she's not here?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to appoint the public defender.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor. However, she may have some mental health issues. I would just ask that she be screened for mental health pretrial release to see if she qualifies. And if she doesn't, I would just ask for a $500 bond.
Okay, then I will order that she be screened for mental health pretrial release, and failing that, that she get a $500 bond.
Thank you.
Okay.
Conditions, Your Honor?
Any suggestions?
No contact with the victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement, no weapons, no firearms.
All of that. Okay, no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, well, return to the scene once to obtain property, and that's with law enforcement, possess no weapons. What else?
Separate residence.
Maintain separate residence.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all are out here every day. I'm here now, and then in a couple of weeks I'll be back, so, okay? All right. So that's Miss Laura, and ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Aisha Ruiz.
Okay, Miss Ruiz. Is there anybody here to testify? Miss Ruiz, okay. Ma'am, you're here on a charge of battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to $1,000 fine. I am appointing the public defender to represent you at this time. Showing you're currently on a juvenile probation in Osceola County.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Stade, you seeking anything in particular?
It would be the general, no contact, no, maintain separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement, no weapons, no firearms.
Okay, so I'm ordering that you have no contact with the named defendant, that you maintain a separate residence, that you possess no weapons or firearms, and you can return one time to gather your belongings there, so you can maintain a separate residence. And she does not, okay, and I'll set bond at $500. Can you tell me your name?
Brianna Vashon.
Okay, Ms. Vashon, you are here on a charge of battery, domestic violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, which is punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to $1,000 bond, showing that you're already out on a bond or pretrial release of another battery, domestic violence. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you on this. Some concerns. I am going to set bond in the amount of $1,000 with the condition of no contact at all, maintain separate residence, possess no weapons. You can return to the residence wants to gather your belongings with a police officer. it the same victim, State?
No, Your Honor. In the out on bond case, it is, the victim is her father, Scott Vachon.
Is that with Judge Shoemaker?
I apologize, I didn't look to see who the judge was. Yes, it is.
Okay. It was just sent to diversion. Well. Gonna revoke the bond in that case.
Your Honor, if you are inclined to revoke, I would just ask you revoke and double the bond amount as opposed to revoking and holding her in no bond.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I can barely hear you.
I was asking if you are inclined to revoke her out on bond, that you revoke and double as opposed to revoking and holding her at no bond. Looks like the only thing I see on her record is a petty theft, Your Honor.
That's what I was planning to do, but I was looking to find out what the bond is. Currently 2,000. So revoke the bond on 2021 MM5907A0 and set new bond in the amount of 3,500 on that matter. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. Could you tell me your name?
Olivia Vick.
Hey, Ms. Vick, you are here on a charge of battery, domestic violence.
Yes.
Okay, and we have somebody here. Go ahead and swear him in.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Answer aloud, please. Answer aloud.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Ma'am, are you seeking the public defender?
I guess so.
Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you at this point. All right.
Do I have to pay for it?
Yes.
There will be a $50.
Yes. She understands. She would like the public defender, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent her. Okay, State, do you have any questions for this gentleman?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Can you state your name, please? Spell your last name.
Jacob Senich, Senich.
And how do you know the defendant?
Oh, we live together. We live together.
Okay. Are you afraid of her?
No.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with her?
So I just want her to know, like, the no contact thing, it's just for the trial, right? And then after that, we can decide what to do.
Yes.
That's how it goes. Because, like, I just think right now we just need breathing room. And then once everything is settled, then we can come back together and, like, do anything and, like, just, like, talk. But for right now, I mean, yeah, I would say no contact until the trial's over.
Okay. But you are not afraid of her, correct?
I'm not afraid of her, no.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay. And you all live together?
We live together.
We live together, but I'm staying at my parents' house right now. So that way she can stay there. As well, I was talking to her out there. We do work together, so like we just want to know how the no contact would work because I work like 6 days a week, and so does she. Like she needs to work to make money.
If I may, could do you have, do you have any concerns or issues with her, working the same schedule as you?
No.
Your Honor, in this particular case, I would just ask for the maintain separate residence. And I'm assuming, I want to modify the no contact order just to state that they're allowed to work together, but she can't, talk to him or any, I don't know how we would do it, but they work at the same restaurant. I don't know how that would work.
There's no hostile contact.
He was supposed to be a servant.
So a no, sorry, you're talking to me. I would just ask for the maintain separate residence. He states no hostile contact order. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's
if
fine.
You guys live apart.
Yeah.
State any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Going to place you on pretrial release. Special conditions are that you maintain separate residence, that you have no hostile contact with the named victim since you all work together, so at work, and have no contact other than at work, okay?
And then what about?
That you, well, they work together, so they have to have contact. I am saying both.
So you're saying no hostile and no contact, only for work?
Correct. Okay. You work together, so you have to have contact.
Yeah.
So other than work, don't have any contact. And
Okay.
while you're at work, ignore each other, okay? No hostile contact. Yes, ma'am.
If it makes it any better, like I'll block his number, social media and stuff. Like I don't know if that helps in any way, but like if that.
It's fine.
That's fine, okay? Possess no weapons.
No.
And that's all. Okay. Maintain separate residence, possess no weapons, no hostile contact at work, no contact other than at work, and PTR.
Thank you.
It's getting overly complicated, so. All right, good morning, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Hezekiah Wade.
Hey, Mr. Wade, you are here on a new charge of violation of domestic injunction by being within 500 feet of the named victim, and you're already out on bond for tampering with a witness to hinder communication and domestic violence battery. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you at this time. He doesn't qualify for the public defender, but he's going to be in jail, so I'm appointing the public defender. Okay, as far as 2022 CF 1246AO, case that you're out on bond for, I'm going to revoke that bond and set you no bond, and you can address that with your judge in that case. And as to the violation of domestic violence injunction, I'm going to set bond at $1,500 with conditions that you possess no weapons, that you have no contact with the named victim in the case.
So by the bond being revoked, Does this mean I have an opportunity to bond out or no?
No.
Your bond on your, I'm giving you a bond on your new case, but you were already out on bond, and by having this new case, you violated the conditions of your other bond. So I'm revoking that bond, leaving you no bond. You can take that matter up with the judge that's already handling your felony that you're out on bond with. But for my purposes today, I'm revoking your old bond. Okay, that's all.
Your Honor, oddly enough, I would also like to have a no return.
And no return. Got him arrested in the first place. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am, Aaron Ferris.
Okay. Mr. Ferris, you have an out-of-county warrant.
I don't know where those are.
Where's this from? Sorry, I need to look this one up. Or can I look it up? Okay, I don't have that. Out-of-county warrant. For driving without a valid driver's license. St. Lucie County. Okay. So what do we do with this? Because he has bonds on this. All right, thank you. All right, sir, you're out of county warrant on one of your counts. You have a $10,000 bond. On the other count, you have a $5,000 bond.
Yeah.
So you can bond out, or they'll transport you down to St.
Your
Lucie
Honor, I
County.
believe this is defendant Aaron Ferris.
Correct, yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Is
he
that the
doesn't
pa-
have.
Oh,
this thing.
you gave me Birdsall's paperwork. Okay, do you have Ferris's paperwork? Well, this is Aaron Ferris, so could I have his? Okay. You have an out-of-county warrant from St. Johns County, which is set at no bond, so you are not able to bond out. So they're going to transport you up to St. Johns County, sir, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, that's all. Do we
And
have
then,
Mr. Birdsall there?
He refused, Your Honor. If you appoint, I will waive the appearance.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender, waiving his appearance. He has out-of-county warrants, $15,000. Okay, is that everything? You can deactivate. Okay. That one. Do you need Ferris's as well? Because I don't need any of this stuff. Is that the morning? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go off record.
I think
All right, so we have a 33-day motion on 2022 CF 9.
Bond court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.
I will waive and enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. Martina Kendrick. That's right behind you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Kendrick, you're here for an in-jail arraignment. The Office of the Public Defender was already appointed. You're charged with disorderly conduct. You have 39 days time served on this.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is a withhold of adjudication, credit, time served. Ms. Kendricks would like to enter a plea of no contest and accept the plea offer.
All right. Then ma'am, have you read through a plea form and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you want to go ahead and sign that? I want to make you do two things at once. All right. Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
She was on probation, but she is no longer on probation, Your Honor.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're not violating probation by entering into a plea. Your probation's already terminated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then this should not affect that if that's the case. All right, and are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, I'll accept your plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, give you credit for the time served that you've served here in the Orange County Jail, and order that you pay court costs. Are you being released today? Is this the only thing
Saturday.
holding you?
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. You're going to owe, is this I think $233. How much time do you need to pay that?
A year, Your Honor.
I'll give you 1 year to pay that. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. And I release you as to this charge only, okay? Good luck to you, ma'am. All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Supposed to have two, right?
Tell her your name. Tell her your name.
Oh, Vincent White.
Okay, Mr. White, you are here for an in-jail arraignment. The Office of the Public Defender represents you.
Your Honor, the offer is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return to the Lenox bus station located at 455 North Garland Avenue, and the cost of investigation of $140 to the Orlando Police Department. And Mr. White would like to accept the state's offer.
Okay.
And I would just, was it just to that location?
Right.
Oh.
All right. Okay, Mr. White, have you read through that plea form and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
Well, I take medication, but I understand what you're saying.
Are you thinking clearly today?
Excuse me?
Are you thinking clearly today?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all I'm really trying to find out, okay?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then to the charge of trespass, how do you wish to plea?
Guilty.
Okay, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering it freely and voluntarily with an attorney with whom you say you're satisfied. I will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the time that you've served in the Orange County Jail. I'll release you as to this charge. I'm ordering that you not return to the link station. They've already trespassed you there, so if you go back, they're just going to keep arresting you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm also ordering court cost of investigation of $140 payable to Orlando Police Department. I will give you a year to pay off the cost of investigation. I'm going to reduce the court cost to a civil judgment, okay? Meaning you're not on a schedule to pay it. It's money out there that you owe, but you're not on a schedule. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, sir, you have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor,
See what? The court cost judgment, the cost of investigation to OPD is payable within a year. because they get mad when we reduce it.
Thank you.
But the 273 and PD liens are reduced. All right. And sir, could you tell me your name?
Burton, Earl Burton.
Okay, Mr. Burton. Let's see. Okay, sir, you're here on 3 failure to appears from 3 different felony cases where you failed to appear for your psychological evaluations, it appears.
But ma'am, can I say one thing? The doctor already found me in company. I told them I'm not going back to court. They say I'm gonna be going to court for 5 years when the doctor found me in company. When they let me out, I'm still not going. The doctor gave report that I'm incompetent, ma'am. This don't make no sense. These charges 2-3 years old. I don't have to do no more evaluation.
I'm not just the messenger here, sir. These are felony cases, so this was a felony judge that did this.
Yeah, but ma'am,
let's see.
if I had to still do evaluation when the doctor already found me incompetent, I don't understand this.
Well, sir,
I don't seen 3 doctors. The last one found me incompetent. 2 of them found me incompetent, and 1 of them found me competent. So why I got to still see doctors?
Because your competence is in flux. A lot of times when you're found incompetent, later on you're found competent. And
Ma'am,
so
I've
they
been
do
going.
have
I've
to
been going through this ever since
understand.
over 10 years. So how I gonna go back and forth? The same doctor who really found me incompetent know me when I was young, man. When I was a teenager, it ain't gonna never change. I'm 46. It's been going on ever since teenage.
Well, so you're gonna have to take this up with Judge Barber because she's the one who,
Yeah, I know
issued
Miss
a
Barbara
KBS.
real good. I know her.
Okay. So back in about 2 weeks ago, she said the court finds the defendant is not in compliance with conditional release plan and has not been in contact with his attorney. Therefore, she revoked your conditional release and set you at a no bond.
Yeah, cause she wanted to see me. I already know that.
Right. So, sir, given what she has requested, I'm gonna leave you set at no bond, and
I ain't worrying about
you
that.
need to get a new court date in Judge Barber for these. And you're already represented by the Public Defender's Office, so they're gonna take your case directly to Judge Barber. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So I don't have no court date yet?
No, you don't have a court date yet, and right now you're still no bond. You can't-
Oh, I ain't worrying
can't
about the
get out.
bond.
So your PD's gonna take you before Judge Barber.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, that was on all 3 cases, correct?
That's on all 3 cases, yes. Okay. Is this Mr. Grant? Okay. Who do we have here?
Your Honor, on Grant, I will waive the appearance if you appoint us. I believe he has competency issues.
Okay, on Tavoris Antonio Grant, he has new charges, new felony charges of robbery with a deadly weapon and aggravated battery with great bodily harm, and he was already out on bond on his burglary of a dwelling. I am appointing the public defender to represent him on his burglary of a dwelling, 2021 CF 1078AO. I'm revoking the bond and setting no bond in that case. As to the robbery with a deadly weapon charge, I'll set a bond of $25,000.
Your Honor?
Yes.
With regard to robbery with a deadly weapon, that is an offense that is punishable by life, and at this time, the state would ask the defendant to be held no bond.
he's not going anywhere on his other case anyway, so I'll set no bond on the F1 there, and on the aggravated battery, I'll set bond in the amount of $15,000. Okay.
Your Honor, I would still ask for the conditions of no contact with the victim and no return to the scene.
Okay.
And
Contact with the
no-
victim, no return to the scene, possess no weapons.
Thank you.
He's not going anywhere. Are you Mr. Horton?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon to you, sir. All right. Up here. Okay, Mr. Horton, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested and charged with, it looks like 2 separate counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, a charge of possession of cocaine, and a charge of petty theft with 2 priors. Okay. Okay, sir, I have reviewed this. I do find that there is probable cause. On the charge of petty theft, 2 priors, I will set bond at $1,500. On the charge of possession of cocaine, I'm going to set bond at $500. On each count of drug paraphernalia, I'm setting bond at $250. And sir, would you like to have the public defender appointed to represent you? Yes? I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. The paraphernalias are $250. The cocaine's $500. The petty theft, 2 priors, is $1,500. So he has a total of $2,500. Okay, I know. The first 2 were the misdemeanors. So,
Your Honor, can I ask for no contact, no return?
also no contact, no return. Ma'am, could you tell me your name?
Tracy Barnes.
Ms. Barnes. You were arrested and charged with trespass in an occupied structure. I think
Yes.
this is out at Disney.
Yes, Your Honor, and the offer is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for time served and court costs. And Ms. Barnes would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. All right. All right, Ms. Barnes, have you read through the plea form and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yeah.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yeah.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
Alcohol.
You are under the
No,
influence of...
no, not now. I was
Okay.
when I got picked up.
Are you currently thinking clearly?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Okay. And are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes.
And do you understand if you are not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Okay, then to the charge of trespass, how do you wish to plea?
No contest?
Okay, I'll accept your plea. I'll find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail, give you credit for
2 days.
2 days that you've already served, and order court costs, and I'm also ordering that you not return to the place where you were arrested, okay? They seem to think you're a frequent flyer there. They don't want you there. Don't go back. You're just gonna keep getting arrested, and it won't be 5 days next time. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court, ma'am. Oh. Yes, 1 year to pay.
Thank you.
Okay, Jordan Collins bonded. Okay. Who do we have here?
Kevin Gonzalez, Your Honor.
Kevin Gonzalez. All right.
And Your Honor, the offer from the state is a withhold of adjudication, credit time served, and no return to 8001 International Drive. Mr. Gonzalez would like to accept an interest plea of no contest. And I would ask with his plea that you take no action on his out on bond since he is pleading here today.
Not sure I get the logic of that, but, well, let's plea him on this first, okay? Do we have a plea form? Mhm. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, did you read through the plea form and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, Your Honor.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
Just getting some community service hours done, part of a program.
Okay, well, you were out on pretrial diversion at the time of this offense, but not probation. Okay, got it. All right, and are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay, then to the charge of trespass on property after warning, how do you wish to plea?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept your plea, find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily, and I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to time served, order that you not return to
8001 International Drive, which is the Wyndham Hotel.
Okay, don't go back there. Also ordering court costs, and I'm going to give you 1 year to pay those. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Sir, you're out on a bond for a case that you were on pretrial diversion for. It's a $500 bond. I was going to revoke that bond and double it and put it $1,000 bond. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave you alone on that, okay? But there's a very good chance that they're going to revoke your pretrial diversion. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, taking no action on the other case.
I do not.
All right.
Oh, praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Sorry, Judge.
Sir, could you tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am. George Allen Bradshaw.
Okay, Mr. Bradshaw, you were here on a charge of trespass on property after warning at the Wawa on Colonial Drive.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return to 1200 West Colonial Drive. Mr. Bradshaw.
Okay, do we have a plea form? So, sir, have you read through a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Then 2, the charge of trespass on property after warning. How do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily with an attorney with whom you say you're satisfied. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to time served, order that you not return to the Wawa at 1200 West Colonial Drive, also that you pay court costs, and I will give you 1 year to pay those. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Sir, if you go back to the Wawa, you're just going to be back here, and it probably won't be time served next time. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor. So,
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
thank you, ma'am. All right, thank you.
Okay, good morning.
Morning,
Good,
Judge.
good afternoon. Could you tell me your name?
Miss Stacy Patrice McCullough.
Okay, Ms. McCullough, you're here on a charge of trespass on property after warning, and you are currently out on bond for a petty theft with prior convictions, a felony.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have some other cases open as well, okay? Ma'am, I am going to appoint the public defender to represent you.
And there's no offer, Your Honor.
There's no offer, okay. Then as to the trespass, I'm going to set bond at 500 with conditions that you not return to where this occurred. As far as the matters for which you are out on bond, I am going to, let's see, revoke your bonds and double them. I guess I need to find out what those are. So on 2022 CF 2078AO, revoking your $500 bond and setting new bond at 1,000. The other one says old. So is that the only one that we have locally? Okay. Okay. It talks about Palm Beach County and Broward County. I'm not going to do anything with those. Okay. All right, ma'am. That's all.
Just a bond. I won't be able to get released on pretrial release today.
No, ma'am, you were already out on bond and you got arrested for a new offense. So, no,
Well,
you're not
I
going to
mean,
get pretrial release.
I know I went back to the place, but
Oh.
the only thing that I was saying is I know that I was just released yesterday for the no trespassing, but when I got back to that area, the only thing I did was try to I called the owner and try to get my bag from out of there, from out of the place of residence. That was like the only thing that I had done.
Ma'am, I've set the bond. You can take it up with the next judge, okay?
That's why I was just going to ask you, is there any way that I could probably get time served today
No,
and
that's not
be
being
given a
offered,
second chance?
Nothing's being offered today, ma'am.
No offer?
No offer today. All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Eddie James Watkins.
Okay, Mr. Watkins, you are here on a charge of trespass entering a property unlawfully. And I'm appointing the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, the offer is an adjudication of guilt, 5 days in Orange County Jail, price of time, any time he's already served in court costs. We would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Sir, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you were not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the charge of trespassing on property unlawfully, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Sir, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering the plea freely and voluntarily. And I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 5 days in the Orange County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days
Correct.
that you served in the Orange County Jail. Also order that you pay court costs and that you not return to
5925 Beachmont Boulevard.
Okay. Don't go back there, all right? You'll just end up arrested again. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Sherry Brown.
Okay, Miss Brown. You were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct at OIA. Okay. And
Your Honor, the offer is a withhold of adjudication, credit time served. Ms. Brown would like to accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
it's a withhold?
It's a city offer, Your Honor. On behalf of the city, the state offers a withhold and credit time served.
Okay. All right. Ma'am, have you read through this plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into this plea?
Yes.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, I'll accept your plea, find you're entering it freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to time served, also order court costs and give you 1 year to pay them. It's my understanding that you were trespassed from the Orlando airport, so do not go back there.
I would ask for without a valid ticket, Your Honor. She has a ticket to go home. She doesn't live here. Usually they give without a valid ticket. No return without a valid ticket.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. No return without a valid ticket, but ma'am, be on time. Don't create a fuss. Don't draw attention to yourself or you're gonna have the same problem.
I already know.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Mark Kane.
Okay, Mr. Kane. You are here on a charge of disorderly conduct.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, the offer is a withhold credit time served. Mr. King would like to accept the offer.
Okay. Gonna get your steps in today. So. All right. Sir, have you read through this plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, I am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
Okay, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering it freely and voluntarily with an attorney with whom you say you're satisfied. I will withhold adjudication, give you credit for the time that you've served in the Orange County Jail, order that you pay court costs. I will give you 1 year to pay those. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Timothy Dwayne Lyman.
Okay, Mr. Lyman, you are here on a charge of disorderly conduct.
And, Your Honor, the offer is a withhold of adjudication, credit time served. Mr. Lyman would like to accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Sir, have you seen a plea form before, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
And to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No contest.
I'll accept your plea, find you're entering it freely and voluntarily. I will withhold adjudication, impose a sentence of time served, order that you pay court costs. I will give you 1 year to pay those. Yes. Yes, sir, you were out on bond on a drug case at the time of this offense. Actually, you were out on an ROR. Was it a? Okay. Does he have another disorderly conduct or just the drug charge?
He has the possession of Udalone, and then he has the disorderly conduct, the one he just handed you.
Okay. So he just pled to the disorderly conduct.
No.
He has a second disorderly conduct?
Yeah, his new case is a disorderly conduct. He was out on bond on the 21 CF 5079, which is the possession of Udalone, and then the 22 MO 234AO, which is a disorderly conduct. I know this. We just gave her the form. It was an add-on.
You have an offer for that? Let me see it. Adjudication? Your Honor, and as to the second disorderly, we're okay with an adjudication. The state is okay with an adjudication. I don't know how long you have credit time served.
It is.
Okay. Sir, do you want to plead to the other disorderly conduct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then, sir, I will adjudicate you guilty of the second disorderly conduct, which is case number, is this 2022 MO, is it 234AO? Is that the one?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to time served, order court costs, give you 1 year to pay those as well. I don't know if you want this back. That still leaves his possession of Udalone, where he was ROR'd. Sir, you understand you're in violation of your bond conditions. I'm going to take no action on that, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
But you're out. You're going to be out, okay? Because I think that's the only thing remaining holding you. If you violate again, I don't expect the next person is going to take any pity on you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to take no action on that. Stay out of trouble, sir. Good luck to you.
behavior.
That means he won't be here?
Can we reset for tomorrow? There is an offer to resolve this case.
Okay. There are notes all over there saying, don't reset for anything, but we'll reset it for tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want that back then, or you're getting it all back anyway? Okay. Okay. We have Joel David Owens here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, the offer is a withhold credit time served, and Mr. Owens would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay, oh, got it, thank you. Okay. Sir, could you tell me your name for the record?
Joel David Owens.
Okay, sir, did you read through this plea form with your attorney, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into this plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the charge of soliciting without a permit, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
Sir, I'll accept your plea. Find you're entering it freely and voluntarily with an attorney with whom you say you're satisfied. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to time served, order that you pay court costs, give you 1 year in which to pay them. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. I release you as to this charge, sir. Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Raymond Rance.
Okay, Mr. Rance, you were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct.
And the offer, Your Honor, is a withhold credit time served. Mr. Rance would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest. Sir, have you read through a plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Were you on probation at the time of this offense?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
And to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plead?
No contest.
I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering it freely and voluntarily with an attorney with whom you say you're satisfied. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to
2 days.
time you've already served in the Orange County Jail, order that you pay court costs, give you 1 year in which to pay them. You have 30 days to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court. If you cannot afford an attorney for that purpose, one will be provided by the court. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Stay out of trouble. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Yo, Chen.
Okay, Mr. Chen. Excuse me. You were arrested and charged with disorderly conduct.
The
And
offer, Your Honor, is a withhold credit time served, and Mr. Chen would like to accept and enter a plea of no contest.
all right. Sir, have you read through a plea form, and do you understand the rights you're waiving by entering into a plea? Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, medication, or alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor. No. No.
No, okay. Are you satisfied with the services of your attorney?
Yes.
And do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entry of a plea to a crime could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you wish to plea?
No context.
Okay, sir, I will accept your plea. I'll find you're entering it freely and voluntarily with an attorney with whom you say you're satisfied. I will withhold adjudication, sentence you to the time that you've already served here in the Orange County Jail, order that you pay court costs, give you 1 year to pay that. Sir, you were out on an ROR on a charge of possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Those are felony charges. Any reason I shouldn't revoke his bond for getting arrested?
Your Honor, I would ask that. Just give me a second. Your Honor, I would ask that you take no action, given that he did resolve the new law violation and misplaced his paper. And I'm
Sir, do you know when
if
your
the-
next?
I'm sorry. I'm not sure if the state filed.
They have not.
Has that been filed on yet?
No, Your Honor.
So I would
The
ask-
arrest was October 31st, and the state has not filed yet.
Okay, I don't know what they're waiting for. So because it's not filed on, I'm going to take no action. I'm going to ask if he knew when his next court date is. I don't think he's going to know.
There is a court date, Your Honor?
I don't see one. It's not filed on yet. Okay. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Dontavian McKinnon.
Okay, Mr. Mckinnon, you have 3 separate cases. Let's see. You were arrested and charged with resisting an officer without violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. You were also charged with a driving while license suspended or revoked, a second-degree misdemeanor, and a charge of expired driver's license more than 6 months, also a second-degree misdemeanor. Are there any offers on this case?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, would you like to have the public defender appointed to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I will appoint the public defender to represent you on these charges, and I will set bond of $250 on each of these cases for a total of $750, okay?
Your Honor, can you give me the case number with regard to the Dwellis, please?
2022 CT 20890. Actually, it might be the same case.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Expired driver's license is 2022 CT 258 AE. And driving while license suspended 2022 CT 257 AE. And then he has a resisting. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I will waive if you appoint us, Your Honor.
I'll appoint the public defender, waive his appearance, and let's see. He's got a driving while license suspended. I will go ahead and set bond on that of $250. He was already out on bond for a DUI, a Dwellis, and a refusal. I will revoke his bond on those. And on 2021 CT 1051 AA, set his bond at 2,500. On 2021 CT 1049 AO, I will set his bond at 500. And on 2021 CT 1050 AA, I will set his bond at 1,000. So, I don't know what court that's in, but a lot of people don't even give him a bond. So, okay.
Cantrell Anderson bonded.
Okay. Rayvon Brown. All right. Okay. Could you tell me your name, sir?
Trayvon Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown, you were arrested and charged with attempted burglary of an occupied conveyance. I will appoint the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release in this case.
I'm going to grant pretrial release with the condition that you have no contact with the named victim in the case. That's all.
Your Honor, I don't believe he lives at the location, so I would also ask for no return.
And also that you not return to the location. Okay. Okay. Do we know who this guy's client is? So we don't miss him?
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, I
We have a
don't know.
private attorney out there.
Oh, who does? Thomas Connor?
Huh?
Who has a private attorney?
No, she's asking, there's a
There's a
attorney.
guy out there
Oh,
who I don't know, or maybe I used to know, but they've gone gray, as have I, and so we don't recognize each other anymore. So, anyway. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name?
Thomas Connor.
Okay, Mr. Connor. You were arrested and charged with battery on a uniformed or licensed security officer, also resisting an officer without violence, and disturbing the peace at a public lodging. Okay, the first one is a third-degree felony. The other two are misdemeanors.
Is he not? I don't, mine just said not interviewed.
He hasn't been interviewed.
Okay. Your Honor, given that he was not interviewed, I would ask that he be allowed to be screened for pretrial release, and then if he does not qualify, you just set his bond amount on each case. He wasn't able to be interviewed for pretrial release.
Do you want him to come back tomorrow, or what do you, or do you want me to set bond and then say if he qualifies for pretrial release, he can do that? I mean,
Yes, Your Honor.
is that what we do? Okay. If qualifies. Okay. All right, so you have 3 counts all under the same felony thing. So on the battery of a security officer, I will set bond in the amount of $1,000. Resisting without violence, I'll set the bond at $100. Disturbing the peace at public lodging, set bond at $100. Or PTR in the event that he qualifies. Conditions are that he have no contact with the named victims and that he not return to the scene. Battery on a security officer. The bond, a 1,000. Yeah, so 1,200 total. Or PTR if he qualifies.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm not sure.
All right, sir, could you tell me your name?
Reginald Edward.
Reginald Edward? Okay. Sir, you had failed to appear for a trial in front of Judge Roach, so she issued a warrant with specific instructions to not set a bond. So you are being held no bond. If you were set for trial, you probably already have an attorney and need to talk to them, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you, sir. All right. Sir, do you want to recall your case?
Your Honor, I was just trying to inquire if they already settled or did a bond or something.
Well, who was it?
It was Kevin Gonzalez.
He took a plea. Oh, no. Huh? Right. So, he was out on bond on something. We didn't do anything with that.
Right.
But he did plea to the thing that he got arrested for, which I think was disorderly conduct.
Trespass.
Okay, or trespass, okay.
It was a withhold.
So if you want to undo it, talk to him, but,
I'll talk to him.
okay? All right, good luck.
You know, the other one, he was bonded, I guess he was on the PTD.
I think he was doing PTD.
Yeah.
It's probably going to get revoked. I don't have anything to do with it. That's the state attorney's office, but,
Okay. Well, he should be clear to go today.
I did not do anything with his bond.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll
All
talk
right.
to him.
Mhm.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay.
Sir, could you tell me your name?
Marquavius Hamilton.
Okay, Mr. Hamilton, you were arrested and charged with grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle, and you were already doing pretrial diversion on a cannabis and delivery charge, looks like. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. And on your grand theft of a motor vehicle, I'm setting bond at 1,000. And on your 2021 CF 7806 AO, I'm revoking your previous bond and setting a new bond in the amount of 2,000 on that matter.
Your Honor, are you gonna do 1,000 on each count? Because he has 2 counts. He has the possession with intent and then the possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams.
1,000 on each, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, good afternoon. Could you tell me your name?
Alejandro Luis Jimenez Sayas.
Okay, Mr. Jimenez Zayas. You had failed to appear for a matter before Judge Tanya Davis, in which case she revoked your bond and had instructions to not set a bond for you. So you're going to need to talk to whoever your attorney was or is and get yourself before Judge Davis. All right? Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor.
So I still got no bond?
You still have no bond.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, he has 3 cases.
Okay, so you have 2020 CF 1988 AO and 2020 CF 6603 AO and 2020 CF 4057 AO. Judge Davis revoked your bond and set you no bond on all of those, and I am taking no further action. Oh, he does? All right. Well, if he already has bond, I'm gonna leave your bonds on the other cases the way they are. I'm not gonna do anything. You're gonna have to go before Judge Davis, all right? He has no bond on,
This my attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor.
you need to get in front of Judge Davis, sir.
Willie Kendrick refused.
And I will waive the appearance if you appoint us, Your Honor.
I'm appointing the public defender. They're waiving his appearance, and I will set bond at $2,500. The condition of no contact and possess no weapons. Okay, sir, could you tell me your name? Your name, sir? Charles Ryan Myleek? Is that you, sir? We're showing he's represented by the Public Defender's Office on 2021 CF 9618.
Yes.
AO. And he had failed to appear on that previously, and now he has a new possession of cocaine. I will appoint the public defender to represent him on that as well. On 2021 CF 9618 AO, Judge Calderon set this at no bond. So I am taking no action. We're going to leave that set at no bond. Your new possession of cocaine, I will set at $1,500. I've appointed the public defender. Okay, that's all. Okay, could you tell me your name, sir?
Willie Alexander Montanez.
Okay, Mr. Montanez. Oh, boy. Looks like you're out on bond and now you have some new charges.
And, Your Honor, it does not appear that he was out on bond at the time of the new offenses. They occurred back in October of 2021. And he didn't bond on these new charges until December 17th of 21. So that asks that you take no action, given that he was not out on bond.
Okay. On 2022 CF 17840, previous judge found probable cause and set bond at $3,500. I will leave it set at $3,500. And on 2022 CF 1908 AO, previous judge found probable cause and set bond at 3,000. So I'll leave it set at 3,000.
On which, I thought it was 2,500 on one.
Oh, wait, so it's 2,500 on count 1 and 500 on count 2 for a total of 3,000. Okay. And state, do you agree that the time frame does not?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll take no action on the other matters.
Right, thank you.
All the same conditions, whatever Judge Collins or Morency said.
So it's no return and no contact with any victims or witnesses. And your co-defendant. Okay?
Javon Nichols' behavior.
And if you appoint us, Your Honor, I will waive the appearance.
I'll appoint the public defender. Appearance is waived. On aggravated assault with a firearm, I'm going to leave that. Actually, let me take a look.
Your Honor, I would ask that you set a bond. It's not a punishable by life offense. He is entitled to bond in that case. Because it's an assault, they always come in at no bond, Your Honor.
On the aggravated assault with a firearm, I'm going to set bond at $10,000. Order that he have no contact with the named victim, that he possess no weapons, that he not return to the scene. On possession of cocaine, set bond at $500. Possession of cannabis, set bond at $250.
Your Honor, I apologize. For count 1, did you say 10,000 or 2?
10,000.
Thank you.
Edward Ortiz is medical.
Appoint the public defender.
I will waive the appearance, Your Honor. He does qualify for pretrial release. I would ask for pretrial release in this case.
State objects.
What is the state advocating for?
Your Honor, bonds have already been set in all of the cases. I would just ask that you stay the bonds where they are. Mr. Ortiz was last convicted less than a year ago, and he also had a violation of probation. He has 20 felonies, 13 misdemeanors, and 2 failures to appear. One of them, and 2 failures to appear. Based on that, Your Honor, I would ask that you just stay the bonds where they are.
Your Honor, with pretrial release, he'd be monitored by pretrial release. Looks like he's currently unemployed, but at least he'll have someone monitoring him. And if he violates, he'll be brought back here, held at no bond, potentially, Your Honor.
I'm going to stay the bonds. What they were previously set.
On both cases, Your Honor?
It's 2 cases?
Yes.
There's the 8-3 and then the 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
You have a bond in the 8-4?
2,500.
Say that as well.
On the Kevin Gonzalez case. Readdress it for you. Please record,
Yeah, sure.
Your Honor, I know that the court already took action based on my client's plea. We would respectfully ask, he's on PTD, he only had like a few hours to complete. So based on that, we were asked that he's.
Okay, are we going back? Let's just make the record. Kevin Gonzalez, is that
Correct,
correct?
Your Honor.
And what case number are you talking about?
The case number is a new case of 20.
Well, the new case is 2022 MM1335AO.
That is correct, Your Honor. Trespass on property after warning.
Okay.
He was already on pretrial diversion. He only had a few hours left to complete. And so we're respectfully asking if the court would consider withdrawing the plea, enter a plea of not guilty, which I actually had done. I have filed it before coming here. Obviously, giving him the opportunity, then I'll have to see if he can complete the pretrial diversion before I discuss the new case, because it seems like he can probably do that within a few weeks.
Okay, on 2022 MM1335AO, we're going to set aside the plea. Enter plea of not guilty, and we'll set a bond. I believe paperwork said 500.
Correct, Your Honor.
Set a bond of 500. And in the case, he was out on PTD on 2020 MM7864AO.
We respectfully ask if that can just stay pending that one. He was no bond. I mean, he had no bond on it. It could be ROR on that one.
Your Honor, as defendant is withdrawing his plea, I would ask that you revoke and double on the out on bond. It's the same location that he went to. So where for the one that he's on pretrial diversion, is the same place that he went to in the new law case, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm revoking his previous bond and doubling it. Do you happen to know how much that is?
I don't, Your Honor, I apologize.
Paperwork back, ways back here.
It was 500, Your Honor.
Okay, revoke the 500 and set it at 1,000. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir, do you understand?
Thank you, Your Honor. I understand.
Thank you.
They're just going to have to redo the paperwork.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know if you want to wait for it. It's up to you. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
Christian Perez.
Okay, sir. Sir, you are charged with possession of cannabis under 20 grams, a first-degree misdemeanor.
Your Honor?
Yes.
It's over 20 grams. It's over 20 grams, that's why it's a felony?
Ah, you're correct. All right.
Your Honor, this is, Christian Perez. He bonded on his CF case.
Okay, so you're bonded on this and you just have your Polk County hold?
Yes.
Okay.
got
And
it.
I'm gonna take no action, because he's already bonded.
I have a bond for the Polk County.
They didn't serve you on that yet.
Yeah, the police had just can't see me.
He don't have that before.
Oh.
Thank you. All right. Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Could you tell me your name?
Yes, hey, good afternoon. Onik Peterson, Onik Renee Peterson.
Okay, Ms. Peterson. Let's see. You were arrested and charged with aggravated stalking after injunction. A previous judge found probable cause and set a bond for you.
Yeah, I had the injunction November 15, court
Don't talk-
virtual.
Oh.
But then
Don't talk about the facts.
they say I violated the injunction, but then I had court again on February 1st for the violation of the injunction. So then I'm getting arrested again for the same thing. So I'm just kind of confused because I already went to court and they extended the injunction for the violation of the injunction. And I just got out of jail January 13th.
Currently have no bond?
Oh, please like to have one because
Your Honor, I believe you have, they all come in at no bond.
I feel like I need to find a lawyer to
be said
resolve
at
this.
IAs. Okay,
Yes, Your
ma'am,
Honor.
do you want to see if you qualify for the public defender? Or are you going to hire your own attorney?
Yeah, but I'm the only one taking care of all my problems. How can I don't know. I still have no bond is what you're saying?
Well, when you leave here, you'll probably have a bond, okay? I'm
okay,
just
yeah,
trying to,
I would like to, I want to find a lawyer, but right now I would like a public defender because I'm just going through so much that I think I do need a lawyer.
okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. And I need to reread this because okay, ma'am, I am going to set a bond in the amount of $3,500.
Okay.
And the conditions of the bond are that you have no contact with the named victim,
Okay.
that you possess no weapons,
Okay.
that you, let's see. Was there a physical address for her to stay away from, state, or no?
I apologize, Your Honor, as it was a warrant, I don't have the affidavit, but if you give me a moment, I can try to get that information.
The bond conditions that Judge Bain sent when he set you at no bond. Anyway, I'm setting your bond at $3,500. Bond conditions are no contact with the victim, even from jail, no weapons or firearms, abide by the injunction of 2021 DR 139390.
Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. I understand.
Okay?
Yes. All right, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Hey, Mr. Pettifrere? Pettifrere bonded? Okay, is this Matthew Roberson? James Smith? Okay.
Yes.
All right, sir. Get organized here. Sir, you were arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a weapon, and you were already out on bond for a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and battery from 2021. This was at the bottom of my pile. I didn't read it. I do find that there's probable cause. Dave, do you have any recommendations?
Your Honor, I was looking at the face sheet as well as the facts. I would ask for separate residence, but I don't know that the defendant has the option to live anywhere else. Obviously, I want no contact, but I just don't know if there is an option for him to live anywhere else, because there's a note that says it's a halfway house.
I don't think he's gonna be.
Is this the same victim as the previous one?
No, Your Honor.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad. 2, 3, 2, 8. Okay, on 2022 CF 2297AO, the court sets a bond in the amount of $15,000 with special conditions that you have no contact with the named victim, no contact, and that you possess no weapons. As to the case you were out on bond on, which is 2021 CF 12328 AO, the court revokes your bond and sets you at no bond. Okay. And appoints the public defender on both cases. Okay. That's all. Good afternoon, sir. Could you tell me your name?
DeAndre Sorrell.
Mr. Sorrell. You were arrested and charged with battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence, which are both third-degree felonies. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. And setting bond on the battery on a law enforcement officer. In the amount of $2,000, resisting with violence in the amount of $500 for a total of $2,500. Possess no weapons. 2,500, so 2,500 total. Okay.
Your Honor, I believe this happened at a bar, so I would ask for no return.
And no return to
It is 110 South Orange Avenue.
No, because I wasn't in anywhere. I was in the street.
10 South Orange Avenue. Years ago, I would know what bar that was, but I don't anymore. That would involve going downtown, but I don't do that. Okay. No idea where that is. All right. And sir, could you tell me your name?
Andrew Tony.
Okay, Mr. Tony. Let's see, you're arrested and charged with petty theft, 2 prior convictions, which is a 3rd-degree felony. You were already out on bond on a grand theft 3rd degree, also a 3rd-degree felony. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. You also have an open Osceola case. Oh, that is the open Osceola case. Okay. Okay, on the new charge, I'm setting your bond at $2,500. On your grand theft 3rd degree, I'm revoking your previous bond and doubling it. Yes, I need to find out what that is. Anybody know? And I'm appointing the public defender to represent you.
Your Honor, in the new law case, I ask for no return to the Walmart located at 8101 South John Young Parkway.
And ordering that you not return to the Walmart on South John Young Parkway. Let's see. 2021-3322.
I don't know.
You don't know what it was?
3322. Oh, so we're not going to have that. Okay. Revoke his previous bond, set bond at $3,000. That's going to be
3,000, Your Honor?
the add-on bond.
Okay, thank you.
Doing business. Is that it? What are you doing? Did I set? Okay. All right. That's fine. I'm here, let's do it. Why not? Okay, are these 3 different people? Or 2, yeah, 3 different people. Do we need an interpreter? And then we also have
Good afternoon, this is Dalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line, already sworn in this morning.
Okay, great. This is Judge Evelyn Jewett out at the jail, and I've got, it looks like 3 IAs
Okay,
that require an
I'm connected to the podium, Your Honor.
All right.
You can hear the interpreter.
Okay, then on 2022 MM1325AO, sir, could you tell me your name?
Luis Raúl Sierra Castillo.
Luis Raúl Sierra Castillo.
Okay, sir, you were arrested and charged with petty theft of $100 or more. Looks like this is at the Home Depot, having to do with some blowers. Okay. Sir, at this time, I'm going to set bond in the amount of $1,000 and order that you not return to the Home Depot where this occurred. And would you like to have the public defender appointed to represent you?
Por favor.
Please, yes.
Okay, I'm appointing the public defender to represent you, sir. Okay?
Gomez Perez bonded, Your Honor. Don't touch nothing.
Okay, Mercedes Gomez Perez is bonded. And next we have, is this Mario Perez Perez?
Sí, soy Mario Pérez Pérez.
Yes, I am Mario Perez Perez.
Okay, I'm looking at this case number and thinking it's wrong. I have a case of 2022 OFF
Okay.
793.
That's the agency case number. It's 22 CT 351. Yes.
All right. I take that other number back, and it's 2022 CT 351 AW, Mario Perez Perez. Sir, could you tell me your name for the record, please?
Mario Pérez Pérez.
Mario Perez Perez.
Okay. Sir, you were arrested and charged with driving under the influence, first-degree misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail, up to a year probation, up to $1,000 fine. Sir, I am going to set your bond at $500. And the special condition is that you do not drive without a valid driver's license. Would you like to have the public defender appointed, or are you going to hire your own attorney?
¿Es pagado el abogado público? Sí, es pagado.
Do I have to, is the public defender paid for?
Well, there's an application fee of $50, but other than that, it's paid for.
Okay, ¿y dónde voy a pagar?
Okay, so where do I pay?
So I'd ask that we be appointed, Your Honor.
I'm going to appoint the public defender. They can explain how it works to you, okay? All right, thank you, sir.
I apologize, Your Honor. I didn't.
Sorry.
What?
I didn't hear the bond amount.
500?
Thank you.
Madam Interpreter, could you please advise the client that I circled the attorney's phone number so he can contact?
Yes.
Oh, está bien, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, do we get, is that all the Spanish? Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great afternoon.
You too, bye.
Your Honor, I'm so sorry. I wanted to see if we can recall a case for Marquavis Hamilton. He's the one that had the out on bond for the 21 CF 780.
Bond court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.